My name is Ian Keith,
And my name is Henry Stroud.
and we are proposing a expansion of the Saturday Math Tutoring program located at Gonzaga University. So the Saturday Math Tutoring program is a very fun way to get involved for us on campus and kind of give back to the youth across Spokane Valley. It's open to anyone that can make it at 10 to 11:30 on Saturday mornings. And you can come in any grade below college is pretty much allowed. And there are tutors who go attend at Gonzaga University, and they will come in and get paired up by the faculty in charge with different kids coming in for help. And this could be any range of grade. I usually work with fourth and fifth graders. Henry has in the past, and now he works with primarily kind of upper high school classmen. But anyone is allowed in, and it's a ton of fun, a good way to get involved on campus. It's a pretty good self-sustained program. It seems to work without any real flaws within the program itself. And people love it, and everyone who's involved is awesome.
All right, but there is a problem facing the Spokane Valley, and that is that Gonzaga is only so big, and an hour and a half is only so long. Currently, it's offered at Herrick on Gonzaga's campus from 10 to 11:30 on Saturday mornings. And we have noticed that a majority of the kids that come in usually have a bus pass or seem to come from a little bit farther than just the Logan neighborhood. Additionally, when we spoke to our staff that are on the council for the Saturday Math program, they brought up the fact that we're not able to reach the entire Spokane Valley. We're not even coming close. In fact, on the days where there's been more outreach of the program, it has seemed that the program is getting a little bit overwhelmed with the number of students that show up. So we would like to address a problem of expanding. The largest and best example of doing this would be to create new locations across Spokane, wherein we can serve different communities.
And so to kind of serve these different communities around Spokane, we came up with a sort of 3-step process that would take place over 1 year. The first step would be the summer before the actual school year. It would be to gain interest kind of remotely from different schools across the valley and areas around those schools, whether or not they would be interested in hosting a math tutoring program. A part of this could also be to kind of gain interest from the specific faculty and see kind of would volunteers be able to come in and host an actual program there. And then for kind of the summer after that, we would hire a researcher using our given 50 paid research hours. And what they would do is they would kind of go into the different schools and gain interest from people in the surrounding areas to see kind of, hey, you live here, you're coming to Gonzaga now, but would it be easier to go to this university or this school and get tutoring? And this would kind of help us set up a plan for the second semester, which is where we would experiment and kind of set up locations around the valley at these different schools, which we would have determined previously during that first semester. And using our $1,000, we would fund the individual programs and kind of get them kicked up and going and started so that they can better provide tutoring, because people around those areas need tutoring, and we've experienced kind of people all across the valley, and we know that certain locations would definitely stay up and running and be able to host a math tutoring program.
All right, so ahead of us, we have a couple different locations that we've looked at. On the left, you can see the colleges around Spokane, including Whitworth, Spokane Falls Community College, Spokane Community College, and Gonzaga. All 4 of these colleges are spread out, but Whitworth is in a little bit more of an industrial area with less neighborhood, and Spokane Falls and Spokane Community Colleges don't go north or south. They only go east and west of Gonzaga. Looking at the map on the right, those are all high schools in the Spokane Valley. And if we were to work with the high schools and have locations there, we would be able to diversify the neighborhoods that we're reaching much easier than with just the colleges. However, we also acknowledge that the colleges would probably be a little bit easier to get up and running, considering that we wouldn't have to work through the community college, Spokane School District. And the colleges would also be able to provide a little bit more information and better room space, considering that they are larger universities than a high school.
And then so moving on, after our proposal, we would hope that these new stations would become self-sustaining parts of Saturday Math Tutoring. Each one would thus kind of have a little bit of resource that we were given with those $1,000 to kind of just keep bringing in people to come and tutor, and each location would really become like a staple for that specific area where people wouldn't have to come to Gonzaga. They would have to, they would be able to go right down the street using the bus or whatever transportation they can find.
Additionally, we want to help out. Gonzaga has a startup right now, and we have volunteering staff. So we would like to send tutors to various locations to assist these programs starting up, especially at the high schools. With the colleges, it is possible that we could get those to be self-sustaining with college students at those various colleges. But at the high schools, we're going to need to be working with the other colleges or just sending Gonzaga students. Additionally, we can use the public transportation system and so we're going to kind of flip the switch. Instead of the students using the public transportation system to get to us, we would be using it to get to them, which would hopefully invoke a little bit more community outreach and people coming out to us. Additionally, at the different colleges, we would hope to get students involved from those colleges, as that way they would have a resource to work with. It would help for any students that are interested in going into education, as it would give them hands-on practice with students. And the other draw for the program would be that if different colleges were to set up, especially the community colleges, it could show local community members that they could be on those campuses. And so it could actually help them draw more student population for the future.
And our mission statement would be beyond Gonzaga into Spokane, because we want to go and kind of spread our wings. So thank you very much for listening to our proposal. I hope you consider it for bettering the student population of Spokane.
Thank you.